He's put on the weight really nice. So I think Islam right now is about 191 pounds. You know, he's solid 191. So we're not going to have an issue with the weight, you know, jumping up in weight.
Islam Makhachev's transformation ahead of UFC 322 has caught everyone off guard.
Islam Makhachev's transformation ahead of UFC 322 has caught everyone off guard. According to his longtime coach, Javier Mendez, the reigning lightweight king isn't just stepping up to welterweight, he's bringing serious size with him.
He was, let's face it, he was a fairly large lightweight as it was anyways, okay? Now, I don't think he's a small welterweight. I don't think he's a big welterweight. I think he's a average size welterweight at the present time.
Does it make you think like, is middleweight an option?
At the present time, you know, we have to get by Jack.
Yes.
And then we have to look and see what he wants. And if we don't get by Jack, I don't even want to think middleweight. I would like to think, if I'm going to think anything, I'm going to think get by Jack. Then go after some title defenses, and once he gets by Jack, which that's what we're working for, I'm looking at a person that's going to be in the pound for pound best ever, you know, because he would have done something that no one has done. The record time, Anderson Silva, 16 fights, unbeaten, you know, a streak, and he would have done it winning 2 titles. So not many people are in that category. So, you know, we're going to have to talk about him in that category, you know, and I've always said it that this guy, he's so easy to train. He's good everywhere, and a lot of people underestimate how good he is. And when they get in there with him, it feels a different story, you know, like the guy can stand with you. He can take you to the ground and deal with you on the ground. And he's smart, and he listens to his coaches, all his coaches. Whatever his coach tells him to do, he go out and he does.
Then they realize how complete he really is. With that revelation, excitement for Makhachev's welterweight debut has skyrocketed. The matchup with Jack Della Maddalena has everyone wondering if Islam's dominance will carry into a new division, or if the Aussie's striking and composure will expose new weaknesses.
Да? Bom, обратно есть. Да?
𝐈𝐬𝐥𝐚𝐦 was among the first to share his thoughts. He said moving up to 170 means Islam will finally face opponents closer to his natural size, removing the physical edge he often had at lightweight. Still, Covington didn't count him out, praising his rare ability to mix striking and grappling. He called the fight unpredictable, which makes it even more intriguing.
Islam versus JDM. What do you make of that? Islam moving up to now welterweight.
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. I'm excited to see how it goes. You know, Islam, you know, is a lightweight. He's going to be a little smaller in the fight, but he's a well-rounded fighter. So, you know, if he's able to take down JDM and control him, you know, he could definitely get the job done. But it's going to be interesting to see how the size advantage plays a difference in the fight.
Who do you favor?
I mean, I seen the odds were pretty big. They favored Makhachev like 3-1. So I guess I got to go with the odds if they're going 3-1. But just because JDM doesn't have good takedown defense, but you never know. It's a fight, and JDM has some good hands, so it should be an exciting fight for the fans.
𝐈𝐬𝐥𝐚𝐦 also weighed in from a striker's perspective. Having dealt with top grapplers himself, he said Jack's best chance is to keep the fight standing and disrupt Islam's rhythm with sharp strikes. Still, he warned that Islam's adaptability could flip the fight in a moment. A single mistake could change everything. Adesanya said Jack must stay mentally locked in every second. No breaks, no lapses.
Look, we will give the first fighter on the new contract is Jones Tom Aspinall. All right.
I mean, while we're on...
Fuck, I'm usually overthinking everything. I don't know how I missed that, but yeah.
That's why we fight.
I'm usually like...
While we're on super fight chats, because you guys both know a lot about these two people, Della versus Islam. How are we feeling about that?
I think Della is gonna get it done. I feel from talking to Tim and also seeing Della, and also I've only sparred Della once, like not really hard crazy, but and I didn't try and take him down at all, but I've seen him at your gym sparring, and his scrambles are crazy.
Yeah, he's
even
good
watching him with Bilal as well, and Gilbert Burns, his scrambles are crazy, and I feel Islam would feel like he bit off more than he could chew once he gets in there with him, because when he puts some things on him, he's like, oh shit, I'm not standing with this guy, I have to take him down. And then he tries, gets him down, and he gets back up, or he couldn't get him down, because he's a big dude. People don't realize how big Della is as well, and he's solid. So I really
Dense, man, just dense.
Yeah, like when I felt, like I said.
Yoel Romero added his own take, focusing on Maddalena's composure and cardio. He praised Jack's ability to stay calm under pressure, especially after his short-notice fight with Belal Muhammad. Romero admitted Jack doesn't have Islam's wrestling base, but his ability to adjust against elite grapplers could be his biggest weapon heading into UFC 322.
Yoel Romero gives his honest take. Yoel Romero just shared his thoughts on a potential showdown between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena, and it's a must-hear. Romero believes that Maddalena, while being a big 170-pounder, might face a tough challenge against Makhachev's superior grappling. Do you think Jack's striking can beat Makhachev's?
Romero said Jack's size and striking make him dangerous, but Islam's grappling remains on another level. Gilbert Burns agreed, noting that the move up in weight could actually help Islam. The constant weight cuts to 155 were brutal. Fighting at 170 could make him fresher, stronger, and even more dangerous. Burns also pointed out that Jack's been training with top minds like Craig Jones and Alexander Volkanovski, who know how to prepare for someone like Islam.
Islam is working very hard. He's being vocal that he wants to go up to 170. I think he's a big boy. He killed himself to make 55. I think that's the right division for Islam. He just tweeted something after the fight that he'll not vacate the title, and then he vacated the title. I don't know, but probably that was in the negotiation. Yeah, I like him moving up. I proving himself. He's #1 pound for pound right now. It's a good fight. Jack and Islam closer than people think, especially with Jack Della Maddalena doing a lot of training with Volk, with Craig Jones, those guys that kind of back the Islam on that first Volk fight. I think they're gonna have a lot of info, a lot of study, a lot of answers. It's closer than people think, this fight. I really like this fight. I don't have time right now. I didn't have time to dig deep a little too much in that fight, but I think it's way closer than people think. And JDM has a clear shot on.
Robert Whitaker shared a similar opinion, saying extreme weight cuts eventually drain a fighter's long-term potential. Letting Islam fight closer to his natural size could unlock an even better version of him. He compared it to 𝐈𝐬𝐥𝐚𝐦 Topuria, who looks stronger after moving closer to his real weight.
Maybe. It's, I guess that's the million-dollar question. That's the question everybody's asking. And that's kind of the question. It's the same situation as Topuria as well. How good is Topuria? But what's he going to look like up weight division? Same with Islam. By all reports, though, the weight cut was really hard for him, like really, really hard. He's super strong for that weight division, which, you know, must translate well to moving up, making it a little bit easy cut. Maybe he gets a little bigger. It's yeah, I'm very that's the $1 million.
But not everyone is convinced Islam's dominance will continue easily. Demetrius Johnson sided with Islam, but acknowledged that facing natural welterweights brings new challenges. He praised Islam's ability to pressure opponents and blend strikes into takedowns, skills that make him dangerous in any weight class.
Who you got? 𝐈𝐬𝐥𝐻, Islam.
I've got Makhachev.
I got Makhachev as well.
And I've got Makhachev second round TKO with a knee in the
Oh,
clinch.
yeah, you going bad rounds.
Yeah, I think he'll shoot a couple takedowns. 𝐈𝐬𝐥 will stuff it. 𝐈𝐬𝐥 will catch him a few times and people will go ooh and ah. And then when they clash again, I think Makhachev will go grab him. 𝐈𝐬𝐥 will think, oh, he's shooting again. Tight clinch, bang, body, knee to the head. 𝐈𝐬𝐥 all of a sudden stumble downhill from there. I think he beats 𝐈𝐬𝐥 with a body.
Jorge Masvidal offered a balanced view. He said the move up means less draining weight cuts and more endurance for Islam, but the welterweights hit harder and move differently. He praised Jack's win over Belal Muhammad, saying it proved Jack's timing and power could cause real trouble.
I've seen Islam, bro. He's a big guy. He's sucking out a lot of weight to get to 55. I think he might start doing better at 70. Problem is, though, Jack is special. We're gonna see just how special he is if he beats Islam Jack. #1 pound for, wow, that's impressive, you know. I'm leaning towards Islam, brother.
Oh, really?
You know, but I really think it's gonna be a tough fight for him, but a great fight, man.
Jack was able to defend takedown attempts by Belal.
Belal has the best cardio in MMA, but Belal doesn't have Islam's technique. Not same technique, not same. Very good, very aggressive. Belal never stops. A dog. Attack. But Islam is like smart, man. Boom. You know, Islam's level of wrestling is above. His stand-up game is improving. I don't think he could go stand-up in the beginning with Jack. Jack has way better hands, way better range, faster, stronger. But as the rounds go on later and later, he could do.